Hello everybody and welcome back to the EcoPosh for You YouTube channel. Today we're diving into a controversial topic in the reseller world, whether or not to use AI generated models and photos for our clothing listings. On one hand, these tools can make listings look sleek and professional, but on the other, many buyers and sellers feel they're misleading or unethical. I've combed through community feedback, real seller experiences, and recent industry critiques to show you both sides. Let's get into it. There are now apps and tools like Photo Room, CapCut, and even more dedicated ones like Artiste AI that let resellers upload a photo of a garment and then generate a model wearing it, or otherwise clean up and stylize the background, lighting, and presentation. The idea is simple. No need for a mannequin or model, or a fancy photography setup. The AI handles all those details. Especially if you're reselling many items or doing this as a side hustle, it can save a lot of time and effort. Let's discuss the pros. Why are some resellers using AI photos? Number 1, professional looking listings quickly. AI tools can yield clean, stylized, attractive images that pop compared to a garment laid on a bed or hung on a rack. For some sellers, that visual polish may attract more attention and clicks. Number 2, time and resource savings. You don't need to coordinate a photo shoot, find a model or a mannequin, worry about lighting, or edit dozens of photos manually. For busy or volume-oriented sellers, that is a major benefit. Number 3, accessible for sellers who lack photography skill or equipment. Especially for new or small-scale resellers, AI offers a low-friction way to create decent listing images without investing in gear or learning photography. Number 4, consistent look across listings. AI can help create a uniform aesthetic across many listings, which some may view as building a brand or at least making closet listings look more cohesive. And number 5, potential boost in visibility and sales. As some sellers report, a better looking first image can get more views, and that may lead to higher conversions than plain flat lays or hanger shots. This is anecdotal but commonly cited. Now we're going to talk about the cons and the risks. What buyers and fellow sellers are complaining about. And for that, we're going to go to the Reddit. This is a post that I read about 3 hours ago, but I have seen a lot of similar posts on Facebook and Reddit. And so we're going to take a look at this. This one is titled AI Generated Listing Cover Photos. And then they've got an example there of a model, an AI model, wearing a dress, kind of cheesy looking, which some, obviously, the AI photos are. Some of them look a little weird. And it says, have y'all noticed the increasing amount of AI-generated stock photos sellers are using lately? Curious to know everyone's thoughts. I dislike it and find it more disingenuous than airbrushed model photos already are. And on top of that, it didn't even generate all her fingers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's missing a thumb. She's missing a thumb. All right, so let's take a look at some of the comments underneath it, and then we'll discuss. Let's see. Yes, I find it so creepy and fake. Turns me off from the listing. I hate it. I like real stock photos because it gives me an idea of the fit, but when it's AI generated, it can be a completely different fit. Feels disingenuous and a waste of energy. Let's see. I had someone let me test their AI product photo generator. The images were slick and seamless, but it wasn't my product in the image. It was like a dream of my image. No way was I risking that. Let's see. So a lot of people are saying they don't like it because it's somewhat misleading. And then here is a response that I thought was pretty good. Too. It says, hate to break it to everyone, but a lot of big retailers already use AI models or AI twins. They photograph a real model once, then generate endless poses and different outfits from that scan. The AI stock photos showing up on resale sites are just the trickle down from what major brands have been doing for a while. Expect around 40 to 50% of ads in 2026 to be AI generated. I work in marketing for a global company, so I know this to be true. Here's a good comment. I want to save as much good quality stuff from the landfill as possible. The use of AI in listing photos, customer service, etc. really goes against my ethics as a reseller. It's a complete waste of energy. I really wish we'd scale it way back and that it was the law to put watermarks on any images or videos that use it. All right. So now let's move on to what the key issues are. Number 1, misrepresentation of fit, fabric, and condition. Because the model is fake, the way a garment drapes, its fit, proportions, fabric behavior, and details, such as length, stretch, flaws, and wear, may not reflect reality. Some buyers say that they felt duped, like a blouse maybe looked modest in the AI rendered photo, but turned out to be more low-cut in real life. This increases risks of returns, complaints, and or negative reviews if the item does not match buyer expectations. Number 2, loss of trust and buyer discomfort. Many buyers explicitly say they avoid listings that use AI-generated images, perceiving them as fake, misleading, or a red flag for laziness or dishonesty. For some resellers, using AI photos can damage reputation, especially if buyer sees stock model-looking images for secondhand clothing rather than real photos. Number 3, authenticity and brand and ethical concerns. AI-generated images often lack realness, authenticity, and the unique quirks of real photography, which can make them feel generic or soulless. There are broader ethical concerns about AI-generated imagery, including how AI is trained, often on massive data sets scraped from the internet, appropriation of artists' or photographers' work without consent, and devaluation of real creative labor. In resale specifically, artificially clean images can mask wear, flaws, or signs of use that are critical for buyers, which many view as unfair or even deceptive. And number 4, AI flaws and quality problems. AI-generated images sometimes have obvious errors. Odd anatomy, missing extra fingers, kind of like the missing thumb back there at the beginning of the video. Distorted proportions, strange draping, unrealistic lighting, or fabric textures. Many buyers spot this immediately and skip the listing. Because AI still struggles with fine details, sellers often need to generate multiple versions or heavily post-process, which reduces the time saved. Some critics say the time cost savings ends up negligible. All right, now that we've kind of gone through the good and the bad here, I'm going to give you guys my advice on using AI models, okay? First of all, use AI photos as supplemental, not primary images, okay? Consider using AI-generated model shots as an additional lifestyle or styled photo to attract clicks, but always include clear, accurate, real photos of the actual garment. You know, obviously using like a flat lay, a hanger, or a mannequin style photo. That will preserve the transparency while also leveraging the aesthetic appeal of the AI. Disclose clearly if listing uses AI-generated images. Transparency builds trust. A simple note, something easy like image generated by AI. See additional real photos below. That will help manage expectations and avoid accusations of deception. Be selective and quality check carefully. Don't rely on first AI outputs. Generate several, okay, as many as you need. Inspect fabric, drape, the fit, and the lighting. Make sure nothing misrepresents the item. If an AI render looks weird, odd fingers, the way the fit looks on the model, maybe it's too long, too short, unrealistic texture, don't use that photo. Just keep generating an image until you find one that looks good. I would also avoid using AI photos exclusively for high value or vintage items. For items that depend heavily on condition, detail, and authenticity, your risk of misrepresentation, dispute, or buyer satisfaction goes way up. Real photos are better, for sure, and especially for high value or vintage items. Otherwise, there is going to be a case opened. In conclusion, AI-generated photos are a powerful new tool in the reseller's toolbox, but like any tool, they come with trade-offs. Used thoughtfully, they can improve the look of a listing and help move inventory, but used poorly, they can backfire, damaging trust, causing returns, and undermining long-term seller credibility. My advice, if you try it, treat AI-generated images as supplemental, be transparent, and always prioritize accuracy. Ultimately, real photos still carry the most weight for buyers who care about fit, condition, and authenticity. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you on the next one.